Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of January right through the end of February 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. Also, I've just opened a competition for 1 subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on. Let's get straight to your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life? Can you please guide them? Show them the way? Who is coming towards them? What is going on with them right now? Can you please highlight what my beautiful Sagittarians need to know at this time regarding their current situation? Can you please show them what they are meant to be aware of? Okay, so we have the Bear and the Tower, which is actually really positive because it means you're breaking out of a cycle of feeling a little bit stuck in a rut when it comes to your love life. I feel like you're someone who's super independent, you're very strong and self-sufficient. You know, you don't need anybody, but at the same time, you want to find a divine counterpart. So your overarching energy, there it is, divine counterpart. If you know the LENORMAND deck, you'll know that the dog represents soulmate. Okay, so I definitely see that you are on a trajectory where you are going to meet a person, but I feel like you are learning more about yourself, and you may have promised yourself that 2025 is the year where you soften. You know, I feel like you've been through a lot, and I feel this energy of you having to be strong because circumstances have made it so, but I also feel this energy of you processing and going through a very deep journey of discovery, of letting go, of course, but also there is this energy of like, it's really exhausting to be holding it all together all the time. I feel this energy of you going, you know what, I'm just going to allow myself to be messy. I'm just going to be my authentic self, and that doesn't mean that you're messy. It just means that you're not always having to hold on to everything and keeping it all together. I feel like you're just being like your honest self, which you always are, but I get this sense here of you just going to things that perhaps you would not normally go to. I feel like you're a little bit more open this year is what I'm being given. I mean, the Bear, it tells me that you have been going through some challenging times. You've had to show up for yourself. You know, you're bossing up in life. A lot of you are focusing ambitiously on your goals. You're not prioritizing love. I feel like you are very protective. A lot of you have had family responsibilities. When you have the Bear, it's a very protective energy. It means you have dependents or people who rely on you to show up, not just for yourself, but for others as well. And you may feel that sense of responsibility on your shoulders. And even if you don't have dependents, I feel like there is a responsibility on you to, you know, keep pushing forward and not wallow in the fact that you are, you know, wanting a soulmate. And, you know, with that Tower there, it can indicate some of you feel a bit isolated or stuck in your circumstances and at times lonely. And, you know, I feel that you have been learning to go deeper in terms of your emotions and really learn more about yourself and kind of like override this period of stagnation. You know, the Bear almost is an energy, as I should say, really like coming out of a dormancy period. It's like hibernation mode. You may have had to focus on other things and just not make love your priority, even though you want it. It just feels right now with that card, it can indicate that you're powering up, you're having the strength to transform your life. But on a personal level, you've been focusing more on your stability. And, you know, there's a protective influence here. So it can indicate some of you were shocked in the past. We got the Tower there, and it means something different in the LENORMAND deck, and it's in the resistance position, which is actually really positive for you. You know, it's like you got it in the reverse. I want you to be aware of that. But there is an energy here of some of you are protecting your heart because you've had an experience that really shook your foundations, almost like pulled the carpet from underneath your feet at some point. And this doesn't have to be a love relationship or something you experienced with someone in the past. It can be that something in your private life that is not to do with a high level commitment really shook you and you're rebuilding, or you are just really focusing on protecting your current position. Whether it's you are prioritizing your money or your home or whatever it is, it's like that is your focus right now and you're showing up for yourself. You know, the bear is a very strong figure. Often the bear can connect to a parent. So some of you may be a parent right now and you're just guiding your little ones into adulthood, or perhaps they're still like your little children to you, but they're adults. I feel like you're a guiding force. They're very protective, and a lot of you may have been investing your time and your energy into raising a family, especially if you are a single parent as well. I feel there's an energy of you doing an awesome job here, but almost like putting things aside perhaps in order to focus on other people or other situations. Now, it could be that you're a carer and you've been like caring for a family member, or you've been showing up for people and you have been putting your own needs aside because something else has been your priority or focus at this time. But we've got the dog here, which means the universe is sending you, a soulmate at this time. So it's number 15. 15 is the devil card energy. So a lot of you could also be releasing control in a situation, surrendering. Could be that you are facing any kind of insecurities or, any trust issues head on. I feel like you're doing a lot of processing. A lot of you are detoxifying. You may have come into 2025 and gone, you know what, I'm going to be really clear. I'm stating intention. You're detoxifying, decluttering body, mind, and soul, not just the home space. So it feels very much that you are kind of like ending a cycle, because we have number 10 there as well. Okay. And this card, it can indicate that some of you have wondered if your sense of independence and strength has actually kind of put people off, okay? Or if people have been intimidated by your strength. But I want you to be aware that's not true at all. The right person is going to love that aspect of yourself. Now, also, you have the Tower here. This is a card that indicates some of you may have withdrawn from the dating scene or withdrawn from love in order to prioritize your own needs. But also, I feel this is an energy of you kind of like standing out from the crowd, but you don't realize it. This card can indicate that you are someone who tends to get a lot of attention, but because you're prioritizing your other focuses in life, you don't tend to notice that you get attention. As I said, the Tower means something different in the Lenormand deck than it does in a traditional deck there, but also it can indicate you've had some obstacles when it comes to love and you've been protecting yourself. I feel like you've been focusing on your own happiness at this time. Number 19 is the Sun card, of course, but I feel like you've been going through a deep period of personal development. And I mean, this card, it can indicate that there have been difficulties in love. It can indicate that perhaps you've met a person who seemed perfect, shall we say, for you and your journey together, but suddenly you realize that they were very closed off or emotionally unavailable, or left you guessing. Maybe left you feeling a little bit confused. This card in this position, for your energy, it can indicate that some of you may have avoided love because you've been like focusing on career, or you've been focusing on your home space or family responsibilities at this time. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, but I feel your energy is changing and shifting right now. You want to break out of a pattern or a cycle of repeat. Can also indicate that you got into routine in life and you feel it's time to come out of a comfort zone, maybe visit new places, and on the way you will experience new faces as well there. It's number 6 at the bottom. I hope you can see that, which is the Lover's card energy. So I feel like you're trying to make some adjustments in your life, rebuild in some area, and rebuilding can be different for everybody. For some of you, it could be that you've been unwell and you've had to really gather your strength to overcome something. For some of you, it could be that you were in a high-level commitment and you were really disappointed and let down, and your heart has been hurting and you've been protecting yourself and focusing on prioritizing your own needs and self-care at this time. For others, for some of you, there's this energy of as you mature, you may feel that the options are slim pickings, shall we say, but there is a person who is vibing at your frequency, and you are going to meet a soulmate. So does not matter what age you are. I feel like you're breaking out of a comfort zone. You're breaking out of a difficult period when it comes to having love in your life. I feel like you have a lot of unconditional love in your life from friends, from family, but looking for a romantic partner has been challenging. And I feel a lot of you have almost like given up the search because you feel every time you look out there, there's no one who's matching your vibe, okay? And I feel this is all about to change for you. This is the outcome card, which is the soulmate card. This means a high level commitment, someone who is honest, who is true, a companion. It's not just about companionship there. It's romance, it's love, it's, that chemistry that you're looking for. But this represents a lifelong relationship, okay? So when you get the dog in the Lenormand deck, it means someone you can trust, someone you can depend on, someone who is supportive, protective, a loyal soulmate. So I definitely see, it's number 18. 18 can indicate that you're not expecting to meet this person. That's moon card energy. The hidden comes to light. A lot of you actually have someone who is already a friend who has a bit of a crush on you, okay? I'm going to pull a card on that before I move forward, but we've got number 10 there, which is Wheel of Fortune energy, which means you're about to meet someone new by surprise. And this is a very romantic connection as well. So if you've met people in the past who are not romantic, some of you, with these two cards, it can indicate that you've been single all of your life, or you've found yourself single for quite some time, a significant amount of time in your life, and you've just resigned yourself to the fact that you're going to be on your own. But I do see that actually love is about to visit you. This person's going to find you. That's what I'm being given. Let me just pull a card on the person who has a crush on you, okay? Because I'm picking up vibes of you have a friend who actually is romantically interested in you. But let me see why it's not gone further or what's going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? We got the Tower and we've got the Nine of Swords. Now this person, either they've just come out of a relationship, okay, Nine of Swords, this person's been going through something challenging. The Tower could be that it's come out twice, and even though they kind of mean different things, it can indicate that this person, they were in a high-level commitment, and they may not be fully, Two of Pentacles, there's someone else they're not getting over yet, or there's someone else who they were connected to, and they are, I would say right now, they're searching for comfort. So I would just be a little bit mindful of this person. Don't rush into anything. If you have a crush on this person back, I'm just going to pull a card and see how you feel about this person. Nine of Swords tells me this person is not ready for a relationship. This person is caught up in their mind. I feel like they had feelings for you beforehand, but now they're going through something really challenging. I feel like they're very kind of inconsistent in their energy. I feel like they're emotionally unavailable right now because they need to do some healing for themselves. So this could be someone who's either just had a divorce or separation, or someone who's been going through a very challenging time. It's almost like something is a little bit in upheaval in their life, and they are searching for the lighthouse in their storm, and you're that lighthouse. But you're not just here to be someone's emotional crutch, okay? Of course, be a wonderful friend to this person. I feel like you're there for this person, whoever this person is, but I feel this person, it's like they may try to blur the lines. They did have feelings for you before. It was a crush energy, but I feel now they're kind of I don't know why I'm getting this word, or they're kind of two words, and I never talk like this, but maybe this person talks like this. I'm not sure. I'm being given wibbly wobbly. I don't know. I don't talk like that, so that's the word I'm being given. So maybe this is kind of like a reflection. Two of Wands, this can indicate in time this person will be ready, okay? In order to be with this person, I feel like there's a lot of waiting, a lot of, understanding going on. But that's only if you have very deep feelings for this person as well. I would say one of the questions you have to ask yourself about this is, what are you getting out of this relationship by waiting? Okay, we've got, Seven of Wands and Seven of Cups. So, this person emotionally unavailable. I feel like there's commitment issues here. I feel this person perhaps have been abandoned, or there's something going on with this person where their emotions are kind of like a little bit all over the place. Seven of Wands energy, I feel like you don't want to cross the line. Okay, I feel like you don't see this person as a romantic partner or a long-term investment relationship, and they're going to shock you by telling you, and you may have to let this person down and walk away from this person. You'll retain your friendship in time, but this person, I feel they're a very hurt person right now. So that's not going to resonate with all of you, but I feel some of you may be dealing with that. That's coming out there, okay? Let's move on with the energy. The rest of you, you're going to meet your soulmate, and I definitely see, I mean, even if your friend comes towards you to blur the lines and you let this person down, you're still going to meet your soulmate. I want you to be aware of that, okay? But I feel like you're meeting them by surprise. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm actually seeing an image in the water that is so random. It's a light bulb, but inside that light bulb is a brain. Okay, so either this is like you fall in love with someone's mind. I mean, I feel there's physical attraction there too. Whoever is coming your way, how would you like to receive? Thank you so much. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups. I mean, for some of you, because we have the Seven of Cups twice, some of you have gone through something that really shocked you, or you've been rebuilding from, and you felt like a little bit uncertain about getting into love, but love is going to find you, okay? Whether you are avoiding love or not, I feel love is coming for you. That's what I feel there. But coming back to this image, it could be a logo or something relevant that you'll see in the next coming weeks or months that connect you to a person. If you like tattoos, for example, it could be they have a tattoo of a light bulb and a brain in the middle. This could also be that you meet a person where you take part in like a quiz or a brain teaser, for example, or maybe a brainstorming session. Like when I say things like brainstorming session, it could be that if you're like an artist, it could be like a group forum where people come and discuss creative kind of like styles, for example. Or if you're a musician, it could be that you decide to do some jamming with you know, people in the community, or you if you're like a comedian, for example, you test your material at a place that's new to you. You know, I just feel this energy of like testing the waters. So it could mean kind of symbolically that some of you are testing the waters by going to a place that your mind really yearns to go to, and you're going to meet a person there, okay? So it could be that you're going to a place where there is a quiz, for example, at a bar or a restaurant or a community hall. I mean, it could literally mean that this person you're about to meet has a very high IQ, very intelligent, someone who is an inventor, because we got the light bulb and the brain. So it could be that they create things or invent things, patent things. So yeah, please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how else it can resonate. Or it could mean that this person literally lights up your brain in ways that other people cannot. You know, you're someone who needs the physical side of a relationship, but also you need a meeting of minds. You need someone that you can have really interesting conversations with, someone who really you can be curious about. So perhaps it's that, really. But let's move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know regarding their singles situation? Can you please guide them? Who is coming towards them in terms of love? Can you please show them the way? King of Swords, very intelligent person. Someone who is definitely a meeting of minds. Someone who has a very high IQ. Someone who's very cerebral. Very powerful person. We've got two kings here. So we've got the Four of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Love. Can you please show them the way? We've got the Death card here as well. Okay, I'm going to go one more because the energy that I'm being given here is there's a fresh new start, but you've had to walk away from something. And this doesn't have to be a high-level commitment. It could be a lifestyle choice, or it could mean that you literally have to, you know, discover more about yourself, get out there. We've got Three of Swords, and we got the Chariot card. So whoever I'm picking up on right now, you are moving away from a heartbreaking situation, or you're moving away from things that hurt you. Doesn't have to be people. It can be substances. It can be environments. It can be that, the Chariot card indicates success. You may even be like going on a trip, some sort of traveling event. And I see a lot of you right now, you're focused on yourself. You're prioritizing your own needs. But I'm just being given that as one door literally closes, another is going to open for you. So I feel there is an opportunity. And a lot of you may actually meet someone at a place where, your brain is excited or curious for knowledge. I mean, it could be that you're upskilling or putting yourself on a course of learning or going on a spiritual retreat where you expand your mind. You're connecting to your higher self. Could even be a one-day course. It doesn't have to be like a big old spiritual retreat or anything like that. But whatever it is you're doing, I really get a sense here. Some of you may literally lock eyes with a person as you walk through a door. Okay, because I'm being given the door is significant. That's why you got the door card, because I'm seeing it in the water at the same time as doing your reading, which tells me it's like doubly significant. So let's reel it back. Remember all those things, because they may mean absolutely nothing in this moment. But then suddenly everything starts to slot into place. You've got some very challenging cards here. I'm not going to lie to you. All you have to do is look up the meanings of the cards, because I give you the meanings, but at the same time I give you the energy. I mean, you got the Ten of Swords here, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups. Very challenging energy. Some of you may have ended something that was truly painful. Okay, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. Anyone who's had their heart broken, it just knocks the wind out of your sails. It breaks you down. So again, so much love. If you're healing from something, take the time that is necessary, because it is here that you will learn more about yourself, learn more about your strengths, and that you don't have to protect yourself from love itself. Don't build a wall, build a healthier boundary, because the right person is going to come along. And I definitely see, you've got the soulmate card, so you are on the trajectory to meet a soulmate. But right now, I feel like you are prioritizing your own needs. And Ten of Swords can also indicate that, it's the end of singlehood, as it were. So, it can be the end of something. And I have to mention, for some of you, not all of you, you may have gone through a period where you were completely committed to a person and so in love with this person. And although they were very complex, for some of you, you may be in grief. If you lost that person because they've transitioned or passed away, I'm sending you a huge, huge hug out there. And it's hard to move on from something like that, because that person means so much to you and is on a pedestal in your life, because, they have now moved to another worldly realm, and you are left with these feelings. So if that's you, I'm sending you a massive hug. I'm trying to connect to an energy for a sign, but what I'm being given is that this person in spirit, they walk by your side, and actually they're trying to guide you towards someone who's going to truly make you happy. They want you to be happy. They want you to move on, but in your own time. Don't rush yourself. Okay, that's a strange sign to give me, but okay, I have to give you what I can see, and it is, I almost want to say it's an advertisement, but I don't really know. I'm just seeing the image of two ladybugs in the water right now. They're getting together, and there is a very famous romantic song. It's French, Je t'aime, je t'aime. And it's kind of like, it's kind of flirty song, right? Very unusual sign that I'm being given, but I have to give you what I'm given. I'm not going to make something up for you, but I feel it's a measure of like, you know what? They want you to be happy. They want you to get involved with another relationship, and they want you to be truly happy and to fall in love. Love is a beautiful thing. So yeah, I'm just being given that. So either this is something specific to you and your partner who has passed over, or, I feel it's being given to you as a sign. Maybe it's something to look out for as well. So you may see that advertisement, because I feel it's an advertisement. But it's two ladybugs in love coming together and discovering each other, and this song playing over in the background. So yeah, just bank that as a thought. Maybe something you'll see, or it could be something specific, but I'm really getting a sign here. Healing and moving on, not forgetting, but moving on and being guided by this person in spirit to love again, okay? Because you will love again is what I'm being given. And with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy, okay? Now, for everyone else, that Ten of Swords is symbolic of, you feeling that there's nobody out there. It's like dead out there, literally. It's kind of like a very sparse landscape where you may have peeked out there and thought, no one out there, no one's got that chemistry, no one's got that spark. So I feel it could be that these are the usual places or spaces that you frequent, whether it's you're tired and you go to the same community hall, or you get involved in the same activities, or perhaps some of you may be at work, for example, and just feel there's no one there, or you've been going out to a certain bar or place that you frequent and you're like, no, there's just nobody out there. So I feel this is like opening up a new opportunity. Sevens are all about the alternative. So it could be that you are trying new things this year, and this is going to put you in a place to meet a new person. The Ten of Swords can be a hopeful beginning. This is where you meet. This is where everything changes. The Ten of Swords is like the end. Some of you may feel like your love situation is over. There is no going back. You may feel like you're at a certain age and you're like, you know what? You've reconciled to the fact that perhaps no one is going to be there for you when it comes to love. But actually, I feel change is afoot here. I feel there is a new beginning. Your final cards there are the Death card. You've got the Three of Swords, so it can indicate that, it's the end of heartbreak. These cards are showing up for a reason in a combination. You're moving away from something that you felt was challenging. And if you've been alone your whole life, I feel like you're stronger because of it, but you're actually going to meet a person who has had a very similar journey as you and understands you in a very different way. The Ten of Swords, whenever you get that card, it means the only way is up. The only way is change. So right now you feel there's nobody out there, okay? It's over. Your dating life is like slim pickings. And with the Seven of Cups as crossing energy, it can indicate that some of you, even when you meet a person, you're meeting someone who is emotionally unavailable or has commitment issues. Even if you tried like online dating, for example, because the Ten of Swords can be connected to the ether. Swords are about connection, the mind, and internet, for example. So it could be that you've been looking online and still there's no one out there. But the Seven of Cups can indicate just when you think there's an option, suddenly that door closes. The universe is, showing you almost like a maze. Whenever we come up against like a little brick wall in a maze, it means the universe is like, okay, this is a good way, but it's not the way. We want you to go an alternative way. So I feel a lot of you are looking at the alternative, new experiences, new places, new faces this year. And the Seven of Cups actually means you have options. And you can't see them right now, but your final card is the Chariot card, so that indicates that you will have a choice, okay? I feel one of them we've already discussed, and not all of you will experience that, but I feel the majority of you will have a person who I hope they're not going through too much of a bad time, but I do see someone who really is like wanting to blur the lines with you, but they're just not ready to offer you a love that you truly deserve, okay? I feel there's someone else coming on in. And the Seven of Cups, this is a very interesting card because it indicates that you are really focusing on what you want in a relationship and what you do not want in a relationship. And some of you, you may have had so many responsibilities on your plates, pushed and pulled in many different directions, that you felt a little bit scattered. And when we feel like there's no choices out there, we stop looking. So some of you are kind of like getting back into thinking about what you want in a relationship. Your desires are kind of returning there. You're giving yourself an opportunity to dream. And as soon as we allow ourselves to soften or open up to the possibility, because, the mind is a very, very powerful supercomputer. Basically, if you think something is not going to happen, you're right. It's not going to happen. And if you think something is going to happen, then you're right. It's going to happen. It's, about prophesizing, thoughts become things. So I feel it's very important that you are clear about what it is that you want, but at the same time, open yourself up to hope and possibility, even though it may feel like the landscape is sparse right now. I'm being reminded, it's not in the water right now, but I'm being reminded by my guides of a couple who met actually in a gallery, and they met in a country that was not their homeland. They'd moved from Germany during some very troubling times, of course, and they had their whole life uprooted. There was a lot of upheaval because of a certain period in the 40s where, of course, things were challenging in that part of the world. And then they moved to, I think they moved to the UK, and they both went to the gallery on the same day. They didn't know each other, and one was just looking at this painting and really ruminating on this painting and really like lost in it. And then the other one came and joined the painting and just said, it's remarkable, this painting, isn't it? It's my favorite. And then they started to discuss the painting, and then discussed they were from a very similar town that was next to each other. Two towns, they'd never met each other, but they were from Germany, and the towns were so close, they could have met each other. The point being is, the universe, no matter what's going on around you, even if the world is a very chaotic place, the universe wants you to meet someone and will make sure that there is going to be a point, a plot point in your life where you will find yourself in the path of this person. And I feel this is about you kind of understanding, surrendering to that, and taking action with your life to get out there a little bit more and just do more things that excite you. And the universe is going to take care of how you meet this person. You just have to believe that you will, okay? We do have the King of Wands energy. Now, this is not agenda-specific reading, but the King of Wands is to take action. It is to take control of one's life. And when you have the Bear energy, this is about leadership, you know, taking responsibility to really connect to what it is that you're passionate about and move forward regardless of circumstances. So a lot of you will be leading with your passions this year, kickstarting like a hobby or getting more creative, for example. You know, King of Wands energy also indicates, you know, a spiritual influence. So it could be that you have a higher calling, or it could be that you're only going where you feel truly happy during this period, because the sun is on the top of that wand there. So it means that you're in charge of what makes you happy. You know, happiness comes from within, but you have to seek joy in what you feel is right for you. And for some of you, this could be a spiritual retreat, because we got the Nine of Wands there. It could be that you're cautious, but you could be going off on some sort of events alone, booking like a day at a place where you learn something or are creative, for example, and you involve yourself in things. It could be something that you're doing alone when you meet this new person. For some of you, not all of you, you may be traveling this year. I mean, we've got the Four of Pentacles here, and when I touch it, I do feel there are people around you. So it could be two of you, or maybe there's three people around you where you could go to a place and meet someone new that way. But I'm just getting a lot of you really checking in with what makes you happy, shining your light again, believing in yourself and having confidence. You know, this is a card of magnetism. This is also a card of motivation and taking the initiative to do something that perhaps you have not done before. So a lot of new places, as I said, and that will, of course, lead you to a place where you meet someone new. And I keep getting this image of you kind of like going through a door, because I'm seeing it from my point of view as if I'm going through a door and meeting a person and like, oh, hi. And you don't have to like meet or talk in that moment. It could be that you're joining a group of people to do something and you just clock eyes with this person. You're like, wow. And then later on you get to talk to this person, but there is like a moment, an encounter in a door frame where you're both like, whoa, and you're feeling it, but so are they. Okay, that's coming through very strongly. Now we do have the Magician card. It is in the resistance position, so it's in the past basically, and it tells me that, you know, love has not been your focus or your priority over the last couple of months or years. I feel like you've been keeping your life running smoothly, eradicating drama, trying to invest in yourself and look at your responsibilities. But the Magician card indicates that you're learning that you are the magic. The magic is within you, that you are a gift. And there's a lot of potential when you have the Magician card. This is about really focusing on love. It's also about connecting to the four elements to be in balance, you know, to create space for love. Because if you think about life, there's different areas of life that we need to focus on, of course. Stability, finances, family, and these are all elements that are important. But if you're only focusing on one element all the time and you're neglecting your need to connect to other people, or you want to integrate more, or you want a love relationship, for example, you know, it's time to make it a priority. If you need money, you prioritize searching for a job, okay? And, you know, the same with love. You have to prioritize putting yourself in a position to do things that you love, that you really just feel joy doing, because you're not searching for love per se when you meet this person. I feel actually when you meet this person, it's going to start with obviously a conversation, but I feel that there is an element of meeting this person and somehow it kind of like developing into something really wonderful. You know, you don't like meet this person straight away and it's like you're going to be in a relationship. I feel when you meet each other, it is kind of breathtaking at first, like, oh, wow. And then it's like, okay, I'm here for practical reasons, or I'm here for this. It feels like you are trying to focus on something else. And this is a byproduct of you being there, and you develop a relationship with this person. That's what's coming through very strongly there. But also this card indicates there are infinite possibilities for you to find love. And you have so many cards that highlight the mind for you right now. Okay, and I saw that image with the light bulb in the brain, and as you can see, the infinity sign is connected to this person's head, the magician's head, because thoughts become things. And as you can see there, this is your advice to yourself in this moment. King of Swords, think about it, prioritize it, keep it in your mind as something that you want. You know, these can be aspects of self because it is a Celtic cross. It's like your thoughts, you take action on them, and then they become your reality. So, you know, I feel it's very important for you right now to believe and receive, okay? We do have the Nine of Wands, which is in the potential position. Nine of Wands indicates you're a little bit cautious. You know, this is a figure who is basically exploring uncharted territory. So you can see that sand landscape. It looks very sparse, but it almost feels like you're going places that either you or your family haven't been before, or perhaps you're going and doing something you've never done before. You're creating new steps on this wonderful sand dune. So I feel, even though, like, if you think about the measure or nature of sand, it's very solid when it's all together, but it can actually feel very uncertain or on shaky ground. But actually this figure is walking the tops of those sand dunes and are just completely fine. So you may feel that relationships present a measure of, you know, being unsure or being a little bit like insecure for some of you. Not all of you, of course. It can be that you're uncertain about how relationships will go. And because you've been in relationships in the past, because some of you have been in a relationship with someone who, you know, was very indecisive, someone who didn't know what they wanted, someone who presented as wanting a high-level commitment or tried to invest, but could not because they were emotionally unavailable, or they were afraid and avoided their feelings, reluctant to get into a long-term relationship. And some of you may fear that in the transitory nature of dating right now in this time period, you may feel that people are just so kind of like flippant. One minute they're in a relationship, the next minute they're like out, or people are just keeping their options open. And you may feel that you're looking for a long-term relationship and you wish that people were looking for the same thing as you. I feel this is you kind of like going in search of yourself at first. And when you present yourself to the world and have this glow up and say, this is who I am and this is what I want, you're going to attract people based on your vibration. And I feel this card, it indicates you're not giving up on love. Nine of Wands is to be cautious. It can indicate that you've been wounded in love before, or you've currently been going through something personal that has made you feel like you need to isolate, or you need to really just work on the person that you are right now. And, you know, you're finding your way back to yourself, as it were. And I feel you are going to kind of discover new landscapes. That's what I'm being given here. New landscapes for you. This is like the potential where you are just kind of like soul searching, going off and seeking, but I feel it's from a position of you thinking, what makes me happy and what makes you feel joyful. And then when you discover that, because I feel some of you may even be uprooting at this time, you could be in the midst of like changing an environment. It could be that you're kind of like moving home, for example. Some of you are relocating, or there is some sort of big travel going on right now for some of you, and you're just in the throes of everything feeling a little bit chaotic, and you feel, okay, I will make love my priority, but when I have the time and space to do so. But I feel like you are making it your priority this year. Now I have to pull a card on this Nine of Swords because this is in your near future position. Nine of Swords can indicate a little bit of negative self-talk. Okay, and what I mean by that, especially with the image on this card, this is a tornado which is about to uproot this tree. Okay, the start, this is like a tree that has been growing for a certain period of time. So it can indicate that either you fear love, because some of you have experienced something very challenging in love, especially if you've had your heart broken. It can indicate that you expect love is going to be painful. that it can hurt you or can really have the power to uproot you. And you're like, you know what, I'm not about that right now. You may have created a level of stability in your life that you're not willing to compromise on. But with the right person, you don't have to compromise that. The right person is going to meet your needs and vice versa. And you work together as a team. But also this could be that for some of you, with the Nine of Swords, it can indicate that you feel that no one really wants, a long-term relationship. Trees represent marriage. So it could be that either you are questioning whether you want to be in a high-level commitment like marriage, or whether you just want to be in a companionship with someone, but not really seal the deal with marriage. For some of you, it could be that you're questioning, because nines are all about questioning. Questioning's good. Because, if you run into something blindly, then, of course, there could be a shock. But I feel like you are ruminating on what you really want in a relationship. Do you want to settle down? Do you want to get married? You can settle down with a person and not get married. You have to really work on whatever it is that you want at this time. And I feel like you're actually attracting a person who wants the same things as you. But with this Nine of Swords, this is like a call to faith. I feel there's this energy of change about you and trying to have faith, but because the landscape looks so sparse and you feel there's no options out there, it's like, how can I have hope? How can I have faith that love is going to find me when I've just had challenge after challenge, and also there's just no one out there who has that chemistry? But you're about to meet a person who has a spark. Okay, this is the earthly plane. This is something that's going to materialize for you, which is King of Wands energy. Now, again, it's not gender specific, but it means someone who has a lot of chemistry with you, someone who's exciting to be with, someone who's a protector, someone who is very successful, but that's beside the side. It's not really an important aspect of it. I feel it's someone who, fights for love, someone who's heroic, who's not afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve. I feel that you are going to meet a person who really matches your expectations in love. But, if you know what the Nine of Swords means, it can mean like the idea of fear in our mind can prevent us from moving. This is an immovable object in the path of a tornado. So it can be something to be feared based on your previous experiences. And of course, not everyone is going to have experienced that, but I'm obviously picking up on some beautiful Sagittarians out there who have been going through a period where you're feeling a little bit like in chaos, or you feel that life is like very challenging right now, and you may be trying to create space in your life for love, but you may feel that you have to really kind of like start from the very beginning. I mean, what's really positive is you're going from the Ten of Swords to the Nine of Swords to the Three of Swords. So it's almost like you are undoing all the things of the past, almost like rewinding to a period where you felt truly happy, processing a lot of things and reconnecting to that part of yourself. We have the Five of Swords, which is like mental conflict and the Judgment. Okay, so this could be that you're reaching for a new life, which means, of course, that, there's all those coffins there which connect to the Ten of Swords. So it can indicate for a lot of you that you're trying to leave your old life behind, or something from your past haunts you. This doesn't have to be a past relationship. It can be that you were bullied, for example. It could also be that perhaps you witnessed parents or guardians divorcing and you feel that love ends in pain or it ends in separation, and you've been very cautious about it. And you may feel that perhaps it's not your story, but it's something that influenced you, something that you witnessed from childhood. But it can also be based on your experiences. Some of you have had mind games with a person in the past, or someone who is emotionally manipulative in some way. And, with that Judgment card, I feel like, it's about listening to your true calling, but recognizing that the past is just that. It's not going to follow you into a new relationship. A lot of people, when they say they've been cheated on or betrayed in the past, they worry that it can happen again. But it's a new person. It's a new set of circumstances. So I feel this is about you being a different person. You're more confident in yourself. You're learning to love yourself and be kind of like comfortable in your own skin there. And I feel that by setting these healthy boundaries, you are actually teaching people how to respect you and your boundaries. So with that Nine of Swords, I feel for some of you, it could also be that you feel judged. okay? Because we had the Judgment card, I have to acknowledge that it can be a judgment energy, but I feel some of you, the majority of you, it could be that you're just, you know, making some big moves in your life right now, and you're gathering all of this strength in order to transform the landscape of your life right now. So it could be literally that you're moving to a new home. You've got your life in boxes, for example, and everything seems chaotic. The last thing you're thinking about is love. For some of you, it could be that you're migrating or you're emigrating somewhere, or you know, you're feeling that other things in your life right now are not as stable as you want them to be because you're focusing on stability. But that Nine of Swords can indicate a little bit of worry or a little bit of nervousness. And it can also, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. That's really random. I'm going to park that for a moment because my guides gave me something which was a bit random, but it's obviously relevant, so I'll give it to you in a moment. But whatever it is that you've been going through that is challenging, I feel those obstacles are being removed. You know, this is literally the tornado removing the obstacle from its path. So I feel that whatever you've been going through that has been emotionally turbulent for you, or even, you know, the thoughts within ourselves, because Nine of Swords can be, sometimes you're a little bit critical upon yourself, or you've been learning to love yourself, and even those parts of yourself that have been a little bit harder to love, you're moving forward and you're, you know, learning to love yourself again in a different way. We all have that period in our lives. It's human nature, but I feel there's this energy of confidence, empowerment here for you. And I feel the person who's coming in is going to love all of you. Now, the energy that my guides asked me to say, which I've parked there, for some of you, you're going to an event which requires you to stay up all night, or work through the night, or perhaps it's like some sort of like, you know, when you go to like a movie marathon and you like watch back-to-back movies for like, I don't know, 24 hours, or maybe there's like an event where you stay up all night, festival or something that you're going to. I'm not sure, but my guides are saying that the Nine of Swords can also connect to being up all night. Okay, so yeah. Please factor that into your energy when it comes to meeting love, because I feel like you're going to be talking to someone new. You have your advice to yourself in this moment, which is to conquer your thoughts. You know, swords are all about the mind and thoughts, but also about communication. Some of you could be like really shy. It's hard to get back into the dating scene. As soon as you meet a person who's giving you a lot of attention, you may start to withdraw or feel a little bit nerves. But this is natural, and the right person is going to feel organic. And I feel with that King of Swords, this is about conquering any fears and knowing that actually you're going to meet the right person who's vibing at the same frequency as you. This card also indicates that you're going to be talking to someone and it's going to be the right person. So it's going to feel easier there as well. But also I feel this energy of international kind of pull, especially since you have the Chariot card there. This is an international card. So it can indicate either some of you are meeting someone online and they're in a different part of the world than you. I mean, for some of you, you may have just been curious about online dating, for example. But I would say that if you're meeting someone online and they may be at a distance from you, eventually you'll make it work, but maybe the challenge is the distance, okay? But I feel the majority of you are meeting someone in person, and I feel that this person actually, what's this? I'm just being given this song. One moment, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, could it be I'm falling in love with you? Okay, now I think this song has come up before. I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe it's a couple of years ago, maybe not even for your sign, but this song, it's very familiar. I mean, it's a very famous song. I think it's by the Spinners, and could it be I'm falling in love with you? Okay, so maybe these nines, that makes a little bit more sense when you meet a person and you think, could it be that I'm falling in love with you? I feel there's an energy of like, oh my gosh, is this love? Is this happening? But these are questioning cards. So it could be that when you are talking to someone new and it's just electric, I actually feel that you're going to meet a person who is very adventurous, very funny, very kind. They're super intelligent as well, is what I keep being given. So either they are a brainiac, maybe they take part in competitions. I'm seeing a gold medal with this person as well. So either they are someone who has won something, or they're training for something that they're going to win a gold medal in. Or it could be that they're like an athlete or an ex-athlete, for example. I'm not really sure. I'm just being given lots of different energy right now. But pay close attention to the signs or symbols that come out in this reading because I feel it's relevant. Okay, I'm going to move on to the Four of Pentacles because this tells me it's for keeps. This is a long-term relationship, but we've got like a chest there. Normally it's full with money. Okay, now the snake. This is the year of the snake. So I feel this is a sign for you that you're going to meet a person where it is for keeps. But I feel with the snake being there, it's a very transformative kind of energy. You are shedding old skin or releasing the past, anything that haunts you from the past, whether it's past experience or even feelings of loneliness. I feel there's an energy here of you integrating and meeting someone where you create a foundation and it's solid. And, you know, I'm also being given here that you're trying not to be closed off to this love, okay? Because when you meet this person, you know that both of you are going to transform each other's lives. But also, you know, the Four of Pentacles, especially since you have the Tower here, this can indicate that life, you don't want to let it pass you by. You know, the Four of Pentacles can come with a cautionary tale that life is for living, and sometimes we're really busy building security and trying to feel safe in our current circumstances. But sometimes, you know, we get locked in a cycle of routine doing that, and we can feel a little bit stuck in a rut. So I feel this is about, you know, getting out there and experiencing new things and opening yourself up to new places. Some of you may actually pay for an event, is what I'm being given here, for you to go to. That's relevant for you, something you're excited about. For some of you, it's traveling or a quick trip. Could be to an event that is not in your usual place, but it could be local to you, okay? Because I'm getting quick trip energy here. But it's a long-term relationship that you will meet. That's the circumstances outside of yourself. You're secure, you're safe. And, you know, you are going to meet a transformative connection where you and this person will build a solid future together. Four of Pentacles is always about taking ownership of your life, but also meeting circumstances and people who will be a long-term kind of relationship or a long-term factor in your life. The Four of Pentacles is longevity, okay? But we do have the hope and a fear, Eight of Pentacles. Now, I don't feel that you fear being alone, but the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you've done so much work on yourself that you fear meeting a person who is not invested or who basically is kind of like intimidated by your strength. But I feel the right person is actually going to like be with you and your journey. And I wish I'd written it down actually, because I've just realized that the Chariot card, there's two horses here, and I didn't write it down. Did I write it down? No, I did not write it down. Okay, well, I can't prove it, but I'll tell you what happened. Before I came to your reading, I kept hearing a song about horses, but I don't know what it is, okay? And I went online. I was like, what's this song? It's just bothering me. It just keeps playing in my head. And it was about, it's about horses and marriage. And it was just, I can't even remember the lyrics, but I was looking it up and I was like, romantic songs with horses mentioned. That's what I kept looking for, but I couldn't find it. And there was lots of other songs that I was like, no, not that. But, you know, it hasn't come up in your reading. So that other song just came up. Could it be I'm Falling in Love just came up? I will always live in the moment and channel whatever comes my way. But maybe you know perhaps instinctively what song I'm talking about. And it may be a factor for you as well. But it's interesting that I was looking up a romantic song that had a connection to horses. So either this person may have a connection to horses or you do, but it is your final card. So I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't write it down. But anyway, there we are. I feel that some of you, this Eight of Pentacles indicates that you fear that you've got stuck in a routine, or some of you may even fear getting into a relationship where you feel stuck in a routine. But you're about to meet someone who's very adventurous, someone who is, you know, propelled by their sense of purpose, someone who is curious about the world, someone like you who wants to be on the go, who wants to travel, who wants to see things, who wants to experience things. And I feel that's the person the universe is guiding you towards. But the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you are rebuilding after a challenging period. I feel like you're building your life, building your empire. But I also feel For some of you, not all of you, because the Eight of Pentacles in this position, it can represent repair work. But I also feel that some of you, it's just been a lack of focus. You've had so many other things on your mind, and now you are more focused on finding love. I would say also perfectionism. For some of you, there is an energy of knowing what you want, of course, in a relationship, having a type, very important. It informs the universe of what sort of person you want to attract, but always be open to the universe wanting to deliver someone who is even better than your expectations. That's something that's coming through there as well. Now, your final cards, it's important that they've come out together, because the Death card, of course, was first, and then we got the Three of Swords, and then we've got the Chariot card, which means, you know, something that has been challenging is coming to an end. Something that hurt you, you know, I feel like you're processing it and moving forward away from it. Something ended. For a lot of you, it could be that you were in a high-level commitment, or you were, you know, in a relationship where you divorced, or something was painful and you've been processing, but you're moving away from this now. And I feel like you're overcoming an obstacle, and I feel you're headed towards commitment. Chariot card actually means you're making progress. You are going to meet a dedicated commitment. But for some of you, this can indicate that you've been going through a very painful period of personal development and growth, and you are growing because of it, but it has been challenging. And you've been putting all those little pieces of your heart back together, because you are lovable and you will love again. And it may be different, but I feel it's actually going to be more rewarding. And with the Chariot card there, it means success. It means you reach your goal. So a lot of you have been cutting out things that have caused you pain. This could be people, can be substances, it can be environments, maybe even routines, lifestyle choices, or, you know, lifestyle options that you've found yourself stuck in, for example. But the Chariot card indicates you're breaking free from that, and that fate wants to put you on a path to meet a person. You know, it's very important to recognize the Death card is to break all habits. It's to transition, as it were, to something greater. Okay, it really means as one chapter closes, another opens for you. Three of Swords, there is an energy here of, well, I want to pull a quick card on it, but this can indicate that whatever it is you've been going through, it has been a struggle, and you're not giving up on love despite it. So I just want to pull a quick card on that. But the Chariot card, it is governed by the mind. There's normally a figure there. There's no reins on the Chariot card when you look at tarot. It means the power of the mind, the willpower to know that you will achieve whatever it is you set your focus on. That shall be so. You work as a co-creator with the universe. And, you know, the horses represent spirit guiding you, but you are the driving force. So the universe wants to put you in the path to meet someone new, but you are the driving force. It's time for you to focus on what you want in love, and it shall be so. Let me just pull a quick card on that Three of Swords. Because with the Death card, it feels very much like the end of heartbreak. Okay, but I just want to clarify it on its own. Can you please? Five of Wands. For some of you, it's the inner battle. Okay, it's like conquering the inner battle that we all have from time to time in our mind. But also, you know, this is a card where there's challenge, competition. It's literally a competitive card. It's normally my gym card, but it can indicate that for some of you, it could be a competition you're entering. You know, these figures are actually in training. So for some of you, it could be that you're in training for something, or putting yourself on something that trains you. It doesn't always have to be like a creative course. It can be that you're training yourself in your career, or it can be that you are enlightening yourself when it comes to your higher awareness, connecting to your higher self. But these figures are literally trying to arrange all those wands in order to create like a pentacle there. As you can see, they've already started to form the shape of a star, and this figure is like the missing in piece. So I feel some of you are like having all the ingredients in your life trying to come together right now, and then you are going to conquer and find the person that you are meant to be with. What's really interesting is the next card after the Five of Wands is the Six of Wands, which is success. And that's normally when someone would win a gold medal, for example. So maybe that kind of energy that came through there indicates that some of you are literally in training for something, and it's been challenging, but you are going to be very successful and maybe get a gold medal at it for some of you. But also it could be that you've been literally in the training grounds of life, and it's been challenging, and you're about to break through a difficult cycle, and you're emerging triumphant. And there's two horses there. Okay, so this highlights that, you know, I feel this is a synergy between you and a person. And I do feel that you are meeting a person, but I would say it's not in the next 6 weeks for a lot of you, especially since you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, now this is the majority energy that I'm picking up on. For some of you, there is an energy of going on a trip or going on an event that is after the 6 weeks that I'm picking up on right now. And during the 6 weeks, I feel that what's important to recognize is that not only are you prioritizing your own needs, it feels that you are getting to learn more about yourself. You're going to enjoy this solitude. This figure is actually taking themselves off for a walk in the desert. Okay, sometimes when we take a pause and do a lot of questioning, especially on our own, we find solutions. We really discover stuff about ourselves. And I feel this period is for you to really tap in and enjoy your energy and discover more about yourself. And I mean, your final card is security. So that has shown up a lot in your reading as to what you're focused on right now, this sense of security. But also, as you can see, there is a nest there with a heart in it. So I feel, you know, especially with a feather, you're being guided. And a lot of you, you're being guided by someone in spirit. So it could be, you know, a spirit guide, or it could be someone who has transitioned. It doesn't have to be a person you were in a high-level commitment with or a love relationship with. It can be someone from your family lineage who is walking by your side and saying, you know what, I got you. We have to remember that whilst you're on a personal journey of discovery, so is the person that you're about to meet. And some of you may have felt that your person lost their way, but there is always divine timing. And I feel like you are being guided to be with this person. Think about what brings you joy, do more of that, and then you'll be put in the path to meet this person. But remember, there's going to be a significant encounter through a doorway is what I'm seeing here. And we've got that feather, but I feel like you will settle down, you will find a person, and love is available for you. It is a soulmate. But I also feel that, you know, you may not meet this person in the next 6 weeks. Got to be honest with you. The cards are pointing to you prioritizing your own needs for the next 6 weeks. And I feel after that, the universe is making sure that you are secure and creating this foundation to allow love in. So I feel like you're ready, but I do see that a lot of you are just really connecting more to self at this moment in time. So let me just go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I was told to open my hand by my guides and drop. I want you to be aware of the thing that dropped, okay, which was the cap and gown scroll thing, okay? So I feel very intelligent. I mean, this person, there's an energy of them being super intelligent, but that's not what you fall in love with. I feel like there's a spark, chemistry. This person's very attractive as well. There's something about this person either inventing something as well that's coming through, or patenting something, copywriting something. Maybe this is also you, so it could be like a commonality there. But we also have, interesting, the pentacle in the middle, the star coming together. Mentioned the 5 of wands there. The figures kind of like building something, some sort of teamwork. But it all coming together. As you can see, there's moon cycles there. So the moon cycle will be relevant. Could be that you meet a person during a full moon, okay, is what I'm being given. And it's something you pay for to go to. It feels like an event or something that you go to. I mean, for some of you, it could literally be that you're going on a forum or some sort of talk on wealth building, for example. Interesting, we've got the treasure chest. This chest was closed and is secure, okay? But this chest is open and there's jewels inside. So I feel a lot of you are learning to open up or soften more. But also I feel like, you know, when you meet this person, you realize they truly are a gem and that they have been secured off and waiting for you. They've been doing their own personal journey of discovery. And when the moment is right, it's like you both unlock each other. And yeah. That's something there as well in that. Sorry, my guides are giving me something more on this. What is that? Family heirloom. So if you have a family heirloom, okay, that is passed down, this could also be your person that you're about to meet. So if you get married, for example, to this person, it could be a family heirloom that they will give you as an engagement ring or a ring, for example, or vice versa. So yeah, I feel like you're about to meet someone who will join your family lineage. Okay, so that's coming through very strongly there. And I'll leave it there because I am feeling the energy kind of like dissipate now. So I'm just going to close that for you. If you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is visualize the world, the earth, the globe in a golden healing light, because I really feel we're going to need it for this year, okay? And if collectively we do that and really sit with that image and really feel that healing light, collectively we can change vibrations and try to make a difference. If enough people do it, of course, we are all energy and we are all connected. So please take a moment to do that. That's all I ask of you. And then in the comments box below, put an emoji of a heart and a world. And if you don't have access to emojis, of course, please write heart world or world heart. Either way, I will enter you into the competition and I will announce the winner in February. Okay, it's a free competition for one subscriber to win that competition. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.